Hey guys, so currently I've been playing some Pokemon Go, and my Tyranitar was back after a hard battle, got 12 Pokecoins, and this is what my area is right now, with 3 Pokemon spawned. Let's see if there are any shinies here. Starting off with Petalil, which is not a shiny, but that's okay. I can catch it and just move on. There we go. Let's do some Raspberry here. Do a great curveball throw with that. There we go. Now let's check Bidoof. Well, I actually caught myself a shiny Bidoof, and eventually I evolved it into a shiny Bibarel. It's a little disappointing when Bidoof has a different, brighter color for its shiny form. Some people might like it, even though some people in the internet think Bidoof is like God, but I don't understand that. But anyways, that's just what people do. Let's move on. Here we go. 2-star right there. So as you notice, I completed most of the special researches, including the Find Your Voice, where I can get Meloetta, which is of course my favorite mythical Pokemon that is. Especially, I actually got some other mythicals, including a Victini, a Mew, and Shaman, and other mythicals I've caught once I can scroll through the Pokedex. So I can show you. See, there's Mew right here. I have him now. I have him in Pokemon Go, but I transferred it into Pokemon Home. Later on, if I get Scarlet Violet, I might put Mew in there. Anyways, to the other legendaries, we got Articuno. Sadly, I don't have any Galarian forms of these 2 birds, but that's alright. We got Zapdos here. I may not have Moltres, but I've seen a Galarian form Moltres during my daily incense, but I keep failing, and they all fled from me, which is quite disappointing and annoying. Hey, there's my Furret. How's it been going, Furret? There's the 2 legendaries I caught eventually, which was Lugia and Ho-Oh, but I do not have the legendary dogs, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, but I finally have Celebi, but not any Celebi out there. I have a shiny Celebi. Yeah, I get that from that research as well. You wouldn't expect that. Okay, anyways, I've got myself a Regice, which is in shadow form from I defeated Giovanni. You see him right here. Anyways, let's move on. You have Kyogre, of course. I transferred it from Pokemon Go. Then it might have been problem solved. Anyways, it can be transferable into Sword Shield now, into Scarlet and Violet as well, which is pretty cool to see, including Groudon as well. Even Rayquaza can be transferred into Scarlet and Violet. And there's Latias and Latias as usual, but nothing else much to say here. There we go. Also, I finally managed to get a shiny Yanma, and I finally evolved it into a shiny Yanmega. This is what the shiny Yanmega will look like, if you are curious. That is really nice. It's a shiny. That's a shiny. The blue and the magenta colors just blending in together. Actually, it doesn't blend together, but still pretty nice to see. The only legendary Pokemon that I caught in Sinnoh region in Pokemon Go was Azelf, which was one of the Lake Trios, and Shaman in land form. Speaking of Shaman, I do have it right here. It's a 1000 363 combat powered shaman. Then I have that has hidden power and seed flare, which is of course shaman's signature move. Now let's move on to the Unova region. Of course, really enjoying this region, including a Mythical at the start, which was Victini, which I eventually caught in the game. Oh, I almost catched all of the Pokemon over. I'm still missing a few. We got Sawk missing, Crocodile, Silgalith. I don't know what the Pokemon is for them for 556. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. There we might be missing Vanilluxe, Klinglang, and we have the evolution for the Tynamo line, Haxorus, Mianfu, Mianshao, Dodugan, Jujunjin. Is that what it's called? Yeah, that's what it's called. Jujunjin, Ponyard, B-Sharp, Buffalant. And I've actually got Larvesta, and I also have my shiny Hydreigon right here. It was actually named Gidra, thanks to the people who commented on my channel about what should I nickname it, and it actually works out really well. I do like that shiny guy, that Hydreigon. Without all that being said, let's get into the bottom where I caught a Therian form Landorus, but I eventually traded it away in Pokemon Home, sadly. And here's Meloetta, it's Meloetta herself. I actually have her now in Pokemon Home, which is a level 28 like Meloetta. Hopefully I might bring her into Scarlet and Violet if I could buy the game. Now we're down to the Kalos region, aka Generation 6. Nothing else to see, but I actually caught myself a Hoopa throughout the research. Of course, even though it's a Devious, even though he also appeared in Pokemon Unite, where it can be playable, including Mew. That's good to see. I wonder what Meloetta would look like if it was playable in Pokemon Unite. If you don't know what if you don't know what Pokemon Unite is a game where it's like a sports-like game. You battle against your friends, and then you score goals, and by defeating out Pokemon, you get battle points and everything else. But this is not sponsored, by the way, so I'm just explaining about what it's about. Here's the Alolan region, aka Generation 7. I finally completed the Popplio line, so Popplio is one of my favorite starters right here. Which is, of course, really nice to see. And, of course, I fully evolved one into a beautiful Primarina. But, sadly, I don't understand why people are unexpectedly hating Popplio back when it's revealed in early 2016 or mid 2016 or something, I don't know. But then things suddenly changed when Brionne unexpectedly has a final evolution, which was Primarina, and everyone was shocked. This is like the ugly duckling of a starter Pokemon. You know, this is why you should be careful on who you call ugly in school. But it seems that puberty hit the Popplio really hard, and she glowed up. Check it out. Now all the Pokemon trainers like Primarina now. She's not a small, little, evil, most hated Pokemon now. Anyways, let's move on. There we have my Bounsweet. Of course, every time I see Bounsweet, I had to pick it up, then catch it, and so I can use candies and evolve my Steenie, which was, of course, I nicknamed it Jerfu because later on I could evolve into my Serena, which is inspired by my fan character. And who can't forget about Cosmog? Well, eventually I transferred it also into Pokemon Home, but it actually can be appeared in Sword and Shield. in the DLC, but sadly I don't want to afford it because it would be such a waste of money. But anyway, I don't think so. Anyways, that's just what I think. Anyways, I don't like when my parents purchase things in games. And here we have Galar. This is the Pokemon they added currently, sadly though. And here's his Swing region. I eventually actually caught a Cleaver during a 3-star raid, and I finally managed to beat it, and I caught it. It was also appeared to be a shiny one where it's green like the Scizor. Actually quite nice to look at, but we do miss Scizor though. Here's Ursaluna, my first Hisuian Pokemon I got. So, story is that you have to have 100 candies with your Ursaring during the full moon. And who can't forget about Sneasler? He's a checker. Look at that. He's a bat. It is really a cool looking one. Not going to lie. Oh, yeah. It's a free climb Pokemon because of Sneasler's virulent poison and daunting physical powers. No other species could hope to best it in the frozen highlands, preferring solitude. This species does not form packs. And then we of course Meltan and Melmetal, which I eventually actually caught now. So here are my Pokemon that I have in my area, including various shiny Pokemon. I have 3 Vaporeons. 2 of them are actually events. Well, one is just a typical Vaporeon. Nothing else to see. Let's move on there. I have a shiny Jigglypuff from the Community Day. First I caught a shiny Hoppet. Then I have a shiny Eevee where now I evolved it into a green shiny Espeon. Isn't that cool on how you see a shiny Espeon like this? So speaking of evolutions, what is your favorite evolution, and which evolution has the best shiny form? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I have a shiny Pineco, which later on will evolve into a shiny Fortress, but it's a yellow thing. There's Stone Rattler, my Steelix, and here's my shiny Ursaring, and I actually have enough candies to evolve into a Ursaluna, but I have to wait until the full moon comes in order to do that. Anyways, there's my shiny Celebi from the research. Yep, there we go. I eventually have that during my vacation. So I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go throughout my gameplay, throughout my vacation trips with my family and others. I have a Gardevoir from I caught it during a special research. It has a 2,179 combat powered Pokemon, which is unexpectedly really good. Probably a powerful one. Anyways, wait a minute. Anyways, let's move on. I actually unexpectedly have a shiny Shuppet, which I eventually now evolved it into a shiny Banette, which is a little bit more blue, shade of blue. Now let's move on to those other shinies. I eventually got all shiny starters for Pokemon Go in the Sinnoh region. Got all shinies in the Sinnoh region, including that shiny Infinite and a Monferno. Looks like an Infinite. It's more reddish, almost like it's been out in the sun. This is the regular version. Here I also have two shiny stars. One is I just keep my shiny female Starly, but I have my Staraptor here, which is a shiny one. I evolved into. Really nice. I like the blue on the hair part, even though the regular one looks really nice with the red mark. And here's my shiny Roserade that I got a Roselia Community Day. Nothing else to explain. I eventually also hatched a shiny Badoo throughout that time, but I eventually figured out a way to do something else, or I transferred it or something. I don't know, but I'm sorry, people. And here's my Zora, of course, and my Zoroark that I eventually evolved. And man, he's a powerful one. If you don't believe me, he doesn't even know it's a 2-star, but that's alright. Here's my Vanillish. Once I have enough candies, I can evolve it into a Vanillix. Oh, here's my Chandelure. He's really good. He has a Fire Spin and Poltergeist, which is, it's in fact really a strong Pokemon. Really nice and strong too. Check him out. He's really high on defense, which is completely awesome to check out. There we have the Fennekin, which probably the most recent Community Day shiny hunts that I did. So I evolved it into a shiny Braixen. I actually had 337 candies throughout that time. And there's my Delphox there. I have caught an NK, and then I evolved one into a Malamar. Psycho Kite and Superpower. I also have a Sliggoo, where I can later on evolve into a shiny by evolving in it's raining outside or using a rainy lure. But hopefully I just have to wait for the rain to happen in order to evolve my Sliggoo into a Goodra by using 100 candies. Also, I have a Noibat. Sorry for the yawn. Here's my shiny Noibat, which hopefully might evolve one into a Noivern. Okay, here's my 3 fan characters in Pokemon Go. We have Bouncy, Fruity, and Girafruit. Later on, if I evolve Girafruit into, not fully evolve it into a Serena, and then later on I could evolve Fruity into a Steenie, that would complete the trio. Okay, here's the other Pokemon I fought, including that Ursaluna, which was very powerful, and my Melmetal too. Let's go ahead and revive Tyranitar. There we go, we got all the Pokemon healed up. So, yeah, that's good, pretty much describes my Pokemon Go experience and how much my Pokemon has changed throughout the years and time and how I played through the game. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. And
Hey, you ready to go?
yeah, I'm ready. Well, thanks for watching now.